Good afternoon. It is November the 28th, 2016, and time to recap today's trading. We came in today wanting to sell failure to take out 8 to 12. Sell failure, SLF. And that was the easiest trade to see. Why? Because it was resistance. We had a buy at 2200, 2202. And that produced a nice trade out of this area. Right here, we just did get down there. I thought we were going to get stops below 2200, but we didn't. 2201.25 was the low. Then we got a higher low right here with Nancy's tweezers, and it was off to the races. This is one of those bars that we talk about, as is this one, where we've got volume. It's isolated. Come out that bar's low right there. It's a reasonable short. Come out that bar's low. It's a reasonable short. This trade took. It was a scratch, maybe make a point. And as Raul pointed out today, the volatility is low enough that 1 to 2 points, usually about 3 days a week, is all that we can expect out of this. But the AM call was to sell 8s to 12s, produced 2 trades, 3 trades. This one was a scratch, this one was a plus, this one was a plus if you stayed with it. And then our buy was at 02 or better, and that produced a nice winning trade. So again, when you come in the morning, our support levels and our idea will make you money most of the time, like 3 out of 4 times. So they're really, really good. It's good information that you can utilize to help your bottom line. Okay, lower on our F1 screen, lower high, lower low. So the F1 screen says find a place to sell it. And we're going to be in the same situation we were today. If we can't get through the 2208 to 10 area, then we want to be short. When I fold this in, we're still dealing with P's, as you can see, all the way. Buying the 2200, 2202. For buy 1 and 95, 97 for buy 2. So basically trying to buy 95s to the buck. Sell failure to take out 8 to 12. Then 14 to 16 for sell 2. The news is going to pick up. Tomorrow is going to be GDP 3.1. That news would be supportive for the stock market deflator. This is the second report. 1.5, so it's kind of old news. Corporate profits minus 1.7. That's an important number. It won't get any play, but the guys that put together these reports will look at it. Case-Shiller plus 0.4, and then consumer confidence at 101. Now remember, we talked about and we saw it first on consumer sentiment. Big jumps in confidence and sentiment show that the optimism that the future can be better, future can be brighter. We have something to look forward to. No matter what we face in the interim, we can look across the valley and see that the brighter days ahead. I think Trump has already instilled that. You just see it, you can just sense it, and you can feel it everywhere. And it takes us back historically, back before 2008, where we did have recessions. They were painful, no doubt about it. But in 9 months to 18 months, they were over, and the economy would start to grow again. You'd take the excess out of an economy. The market has been managed, starting with George Bush. Actually, Bush did it after 9/11. Said, get out there and spend money when we were attacked. So the economy hasn't really been allowed to correct. There's a lot of, and what most people say, well, we have to have a really sharp break to correct these conditions. No, we don't. We move sideways for a long period of time and correct that. So we've been moving sideways since 09, and we're about to get to 17 right here. So that's like 5 to 7 years. So I'm not going to be surprised if we do see a correction after the first of the year. Any government that's in power, any administration in power, pumps the economy for the last 18 months, trying to stay in power. We've certainly seen that on this go around too. So, but I think this consumer confidence number right here gives us another clue that the sentiment is changing, where people are becoming optimistic about the future once again. And that's a good thing. Okay, treasuries finished the day still pointed higher. The F1 screens and the F2 screens will support that. The issue is, are we in a trading range or not? So you can see right up here this 125, 28 to 126 area, maybe as high as 126.04 is pretty good resistance. Higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it off of F1. On our F2 screen, definitely a P, but we got this issue up here at 125, 28 to 126. The first spot we have to get through is 24. So the first sell, I think we're strong enough for London anyway. Sell 23s, 27s, sell 1, sell 31, sell 3s, and that would be the desired. That's leaning against resistance right there. On the buy side, 13 to 17. If the E-mini sells overnight, we're going to have to pay up to get in, and 5 to 9 for buy 2. And you know, one of the nice things when we get into the futures contracts and the actual hard commodities, physical product is that everything has been monetized through central bank intervention, and nothing's been allowed to sell. You've got to keep it up. We're trying to reinflate, and as opposed to letting the natural overproduction, underproduction cycles work their way through all these markets. So maybe we'll get back to normal times where G20 isn't controlling the price of meat, lumber, orange juice, all the rest of it, and that would be a good thing. Get back to our regular supply and demand analysis. Okay, resistance is 53.24 to 28. So 31 to 03, sell 1. 11 to 15, sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate stopped at 14, then I period stopped at 12, and then H period stopped at 9. So, and we're currently at 21, so let's make 8 to 12, number 1, buy 1 to 5, and then buy 21.25. Okay, gold. Seller above 90, definitely above 95. A buyer below 85. Higher low, higher high. We can find a place to buy it. I still think that we might be working it a bit lower, but not going to fight the tape. 94, 96, sell 1. Stops above 1200 is probably a pretty good play. Sell 2, like a resting limit sell at 99, 99.50. There'll be others there with you. It'll pause the market. 84, 86, buy 1. 80, 82, buy 2. Well, what will the various OPEC ministers serve up to us via the news overnight? Lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it on the F1 screen, but don't hold your breath. And we're going to be subject to news whips once again. So here we're at 46.94, 47 and a quarter, 47.50. All subject to news. Sell 1, 47.75, 48, sell 2. On the buy side, 46.50, 46.75, buy 1. And then 46, 46 and a quarter, buy 2. And last but not least, the euro. Draghi's comments, and I didn't really see them summarized anyplace, but it's the same speech he's given for years. Anything for anybody, anytime, the markets require that. Higher low, higher high, but we did see some pretty nice rejection up above. F2 is not going to show that. F2, well, it's actually leaning P. So we've got a buyer down here below 106, so we'll make it 105.75 by 1. 105.50 by 2. On the sell side, 615, 625, sell 1. 640, 650, sell 2. That does it for this November the 28th. I'm going to get busy. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to have some the laptop up with one monitor tomorrow, so it'll be a little bit less than normal, but we'll be up and kicking. There'll be no videos tonight, and probably not tomorrow night either, other than our AM and PM briefing. The AM and PM briefing will go up as expected. Y'all have a great evening. I will see you bright and early in the AM, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to get this stuff unplugged and hooked back up. That's always the issue, getting it hooked back up. See you bright and early in the morning.